A new DLC is upon us, with Rockstar releasing the first details for the DLC earlier this week. If you missed that video, make sure to check it out here. Also, if you want to keep up to date with everything with the DLC leading up to its release, as well as after the launch with guides and more, and of course GTA 6 trailers and all the like, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The December DLC is currently untitled, but we do know that it's highly likely to release on December 12th, as well as a couple of things about the DLC already that can give us a good idea of how much money you will need to get started. As per usual, for a business DLC, you will likely need about 2 to 5 million to get started. 5 million really is that comfortable spot to be in, so you can buy into the business and buy any additional upgrades that you might need, as well as buy into potential supplies or however the business is going to work. We don't know at the time. And maybe if you're lucky, you might be able to buy a vehicle or two. Honestly, 5 million is always a very good spot to be in. If you're unsure about how good the business will be and if it's even worth buying to begin with, naturally, stay tuned to the channel for an in-depth look into the business after it launched. Based on the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC that we got last year in December, we will likely get a similar sized DLC, meaning that if you want to get everything, you will likely look at the roughly $15 million price tag for the business and all the vehicles that are launching at the release date. Obviously, that doesn't include any of the new drift modifications that will be added to the game and some miscellaneous stuff. Naturally, that might rack it up to closer to 20 or 25 million. It really just all comes down to how much you care about each particular item. As for how to make the money to get there, not much has really changed in the last few years, really. As per usual, it's a great idea to start off with the cars that you don't really use anymore. There is millions of dollars waiting for you to sell and save yourself a needless grind. Next up, of course, is checking your businesses. The chances of you having a full bunker, nightclub, acid lab, or biker business is always pretty high, so it's definitely worth it to visit them through the Master Control terminal in the arcade or travel there yourself. Another thing worth checking are the safes within your nightclub, as well as the agency and all the host of other locations where there might be some money just simply waiting for you to be picked up. Especially now that you can sell stuff in an invite only session and basically do everything in an invite only session, there's a lot of very easy money to be made. Sadly though, there isn't really any good double cash events going on for the next week and a half, so if you're on PS5 or the series consoles, you can try your hand at the HSW time trial for a quick $250,000, as well as all the other time trials in the game, which rotate every single day for a quick $100,000 to $150,000, depending if you have the RC Bandito or not. Speaking of the new gen platforms, if you're a GTA Plus member, you have a chance of getting diamonds in the casino. This isn't an encourage or anything to get the service and be like, hey guys, look at this fancy thing. I'm simply mentioning it for those who have it and kind of just forgot about it. Diamonds aren't that much better as loot realistically, especially considering the fact that at all times the casino heist is best played with 2 players, so you won't be raking a whole lot more money than getting a 2-player gold or art. Cash is always going to be a waste of time, so don't bother with that one. Speaking of heisting, your best friend, the Kai Perico heist, is still a very solid way of making money. Still got that quick about $1 million in less than an hour, even after all the nerfs that they've done to it. Not a whole lot has changed about it, so, you know, definitely still very much worth doing. And if you're feeling like doing some more heisting, but with a friend, the casino heist is a great alternative. You can do all the setups solo in an invite-only session, and you will just need to have someone joining you in your finale. So that means that if you have a friend, just both start doing the setups either separately or with each other and make yourself a bunch of money. Feel free to use the comment section if you're looking for a friend. Oh yeah, and of course, guides for everything mentioned in the video so far can be found on the channel if you need it. And yeah, that's kind of it really. Making money really comes down to what you have before a DLC. If you have any businesses to run, then definitely go for it. Have it running in the background while you do other things in the game, or go as far as just go AFK and do something else while the game is running and making you money. If you have any heists you can run, then definitely go for that. You have plenty of time, honestly. Even running just a one Kuiper heist every day or two until the DLC comes out will net you a couple of $1,000,000. If you don't own a Kasaka that play the Kuiper heist, it might be worth looking into if you're planning on running a couple of heists before the DLC launches. The Kasaka is about $2.2 million, though it is definitely advised to get the Sparrow that you can get with it as well, which will most likely bring it about the $3 to $4 million mark, but realistically speaking, you can make it back in just a few short heists, so it's definitely worth doing for sure. Even after the DLC has launched, you can still keep running the Kuiper heist and it's still going to be the literal money printer of the game, so definitely worth doing. You can do it by yourself in an invite only session, and honestly, easiest heist in the game, easiest way to make money. And that's it, really. I hope you find it useful. If you have anything else that you might find worth mentioning, feel free to do so in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and become a member like Chloe, Dan, GTA Plus, Notorious Jam, and the Crystal Onyx. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.